see. What are they putting in this now? Are they putting soy in this? What is it? I like these. Oh, there's oops. Oh, wow. That's what I thought. It was 7, I know. Where the hell did they put the friggin'? Are you kidding me? Oh, goodness. I didn't bring it in? I'm gonna wait then. Okay, we don't mess with that. That stuff is too friggin' strong. That is, I wish they had mold on it. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go with those bad boys. Routine drink. Why would they just come out of it? Oh man. You know what? Let's go ahead. Put it up. Reset. Let it move a little bit. Damn, did I leave that in here? Yo, what's up, brother? I'm on my tablet. I haven't used this to go live in a long time, bro. Like, for real. I saw a message and it just disappeared. What's going on? I'm trying to set the screen. I'm not far down. On my tablet, you know. Hey, what's up? Millennial, what's up, mama? I said hello. I'm gonna try to leave a message to Aho, bro. Maybe he can show myself how to figure out my genealogy. Yo, that's what's up, man. I was thinking, I got rid of Telegram, right? And you know what I'm talking about. I got rid of it because it was so much crazy stuff popping up. Like, and I was watching the Ukraine-Russia war, and there was just a lot of and France, was over there. reheat. All right, there we go. Hold on, I'm using a microwave. I said don't. I never use again, but yeah, I don't like the stove. It looks weird. All right, let's pause it for right quick. Anyway, that's my egg drop. Um, yeah, but I hear you on that one, bro. Millennial Mama's in here. Yeah. Yeah, because if they start, yeah, they do that stuff. I said hi, and Shine Red, bro, I have my number on Telegram if you want to grab it. I'm gonna download the Telegram again, like I said, because I can still utilize it to chat with people and stuff like that. So I might, but I'm not gonna go. The war stuff and all that, I stay away from it. The veteran stuff, I'm just now drinking this after like an hour and 20 minutes of working out. I should have drank it right after I worked out, and I wasn't even thinking. I hit my chest. I did 30, 40, and 50-pound dumbbell flies, and I worked the 45s, then I went 245 plates, and I did like 6, 8 reps, and then I did the incline. I just went up to like 205, I think I went up to, and pressed that out a couple of sets. I got on the flies. I didn't do cable. I'll do cables tomorrow before I start work tomorrow. And I'll do pullovers, pullovers where you 50 or 60-pound dumbbell, and I work my abs always. Now what else did I do? The fly machine's down, so I could go to EOS in the morning and make my way over here. We'll see, you know what I'm saying? But I feel so good, and I warmed up my rotator cuffs. I did the, you know what I mean? And because 2 days ago I did my shoulders, which I always do before the day I do my bench, because the discipline of doing bench properly. I didn't do sit push-ups, leg raises, crunches, all leg raises, side, no, all the things they do, and stuff like that, and trunk twists. So I didn't do everything for the chest, because like I said again, I like split it up over a 2-day period. Let me see how this tastes. I got some raw walnuts in here, and so tomorrow I'll hit the second part of my chest, and I know it's gonna tear me up. You know what I mean? What was that? Oh, okay. I'm trying to see if I have any paperwork with my blood type. Doubt it though. But do not trust the docs near me for blood testing. I know the needles. I'm starting to think maybe some of the needles are dirty. You know what I'm saying? They're packaging dirty needles. Remember they used to use steam the purify or whatever? That's where we should have stayed at. You know what I'm saying? That was my people's old way of doing things. Chocolate in the chocolate in the AM. Well, it's the PM, but I love this stuff. And then late at night, I do the vanilla. Late at night, I do the vanilla. I do the vanilla. I had Sterling glass noodles when I was a kid. Yeah, me too. Yeah, absolutely. But I just wanted to come on and chat a little bit. I actually was gonna bring books to read. I was like, yo, read, yeah. I was like, not right now. I'll probably read maybe tomorrow during my lunch break. Again, my lunch break, I'll probably have this and probably some crackers. I stopped eating sardines a while ago. When we got here, I refused to eat them. I think before we left, I stopped eating them. I was like, no more sardines. I don't trust it no more. There was a period of time when sardines were decent, and they started going capers. They like to do this slow, methodic poisoning and changing and manipulation of everything and putting crap and stuff that you don't know nothing about. That's what these xylos do. But, I just made a choice. Like, it'd be different if I caught them, you know what I'm saying? Home run for the mind. Deep gratitude. What's going on? Moderator spot on Telegram as well. Name. Oh yeah, yeah. So I might, like I said, I might download it again. But after I do after I change my service, I'm not messing with Verizon. Verizon kiss. A lot of people are complaining about all this stuff, and this is what they do. I'm not gonna complain. I'm just not doing. I'm not messing with Verizon. They can kiss my ass. I think when they hijacked the account and they double charged it, and the banks that had cleaned it up because it affected a lot of people. I think that they wiped the fact that payments went out. And so now they're trying to act like people owe them in September. I'm like, yo, people on crack. And I'm not going to sit there debating and arguing. Them motherfuckers is watching. They know what they did. I'm not. And you see the Hindus everywhere, whether it was in China, whether it's Africa, it's always these goddamn Hindus. Look at New Zealand. And the motherfuckers had to go out there and do the haka with these fake Hicks six. Saying they can't fight. I don't care about the ones in UK, the ones in all the martial arts, and I don't care about that. The majority can't. And it's always the same thing over and over, and it's a hostile takeover. Nobody's paying attention to it. Everybody's running around off fluid and not seeing things for what it is, and then it's allowing things to happen, But regardless of that, to which I don't give a damn as long as they stay out of my way. Okay, don't be hospitable in my face and I can smell you. I'm not gonna say I can smell you. I'm not gonna do all this. I'm just gonna know you're there, and that's it. Be complicit to whatever your design is, and that's it. I don't care. But I just wanted to come on the chat, and right now the thing about the fight is going around, drama. People love drama. I did a little video because I thought it was funny. You know what I'm saying? That's cracked me up because I was like, I knew that somebody. I think it was humiliation. I think it was them checking him so he can pursue and keep doing the things and making the money and be part of that network until they want to devour him and make a clone or something. I don't know. But regardless of that, that's what I think it was, humiliation. And he got it. He got his ass handed to him. And you could see it in his face that he knew this was going to happen. And he still stayed a good sport and took his ass whooping. And he got his jaw broke. Him and the Tatum boy I think he got his jaw broke. He got his ass handed to him. I think when you're in a certain place and you want to deal with all the things that you've been saying or move the way you're doing, there's a humiliation ritual, and that's what desires do. I mean, look at this fake rabbi Shmuley motherfucker who used to be with Michael Jackson, right? This perversion. Did he have something to do with his death? I think he had everything to do with his clone or the person that played him after 1980 or whatever, 88, 85, 88, yeah, he's a sick bastard. He's allowed to be in the field on the side of all the other things that are going on in the delusion. So that's the reason why he carries on the way he does. Whether it's the Jew homosexual, I don't like talking about them because I know some guys who are good, but I'm gonna talk about the bad guys. And I don't care who you are. I don't care if it's a gang member, if you're part of the Mexico. I'm gonna talk about the bad guys. If you're the good guy, but you want to be the bad guy, or you don't know how to get out of it. Bad choices. It's like I was looking at that one video of that young kid. I went to the police for help, and they humiliated and hurt him. It's like in Palestine. And people ain't gonna tolerate that shit for much longer. And then they want to cry when one of them end up dead. And you have some monkey at the top because they changed the direction and focus of everything going on with the people who got hate for them out here. And they're not doing nothing to change that. Hey, Sharon. What's up, mama? I know that. I'll get this thing off the back, man. I'll snatch you up. I'm gonna get you. Yo, come on. You out here camping, bro. Get a business card. Be like, look, I do carpentry. What do you need done? Set up your little bill thing. Have your EIN. If you already have it, cool. And get to work. Get your little payment down, whatever part, 25%, 50% down. I'll do the work. Police will help. The work's out here is required. It's needed. It's cold as hell in here, man. I got the AC up. I love this thing. I wouldn't say eat them, but I like them with gefilte fish. Yes, I still eat some of my Jewish diet, gefilte fish. Yeah. Oh my God, it's so good. But you know, oh my God, it's so good. I recorded a couple of workout things on the phone. It's charging. It was like at 28% or something like that. But I'll get those and upload them. You know what I'm saying? Just a little light. You know, while I was working on my abs, I didn't record the bench because people were walking around, and you know, I don't want. This is Planet Fitness. You don't want to be recording people. Somebody might feel some kind of way and be like, "Did you record me for this?" We've had some individuals come in here that are, you know, seem like shady characters, and it's like anywhere and everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I would never do that. All right, hey guys, I'm gonna record. All right, so y'all know, take maybe a minute or two. And a lot of people have on those earbuds, you know, and so they won't hear, and I don't want to record, and they'll see them, and I'm like, they didn't know. I don't want that, you know. I would respect personal space too, as well. All right, that's the beautiful thing about here. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody's recording, and I walk by, I'm like, I don't want to be in your video, bro. Not that I care. I wouldn't say that. I'd be like, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm walking around pumped up. I'm like, I don't care. But yeah, I'll upload those. And I know there's a lot of things going on. People are talking about some of the spraying they're doing. What's the next storm? Where's the next snowfall? How deep is it going to be? How many lives are going to be lost? Blah, blah, blah. If people are more aware of what's going on, instead of being trivial, why don't you do something for change? You know, why don't you get your congressman on? Like, enough of this. Like, why don't y'all, you know, they gave y'all Robert Downey Jr., right? I mean, not Robert Downey. They gave you Robert F. Kennedy Jr., right? That wasn't the answer. Y'all should have knew that. Like, make it your business. Excuse me. Petition. Do whatever. And let them know. Stop. But do it legal-wise. Not enough people. Obviously, y'all ain't doing it. So it shows you that the majority of people ain't saying shit. You're okay with them spraying and crap. You're all right with the fluoride in the water. You're okay with the poisons and toxins in the food. And if you're not, then you should be saying something. I've signed a whole bunch of petitions and shit. And Paige, I used to go and sit in the council, the town hall meetings. I never had to voice my opinion because somebody said the things that we talked about, you know. Otherwise, I'd have got up on the podium and I would address certain individuals I knew. I never had to. I was sitting there and what? Well, listen, who's doing what? What's happening over here? How does somebody feel over here? You know. I know. Everybody thinks I'm on steroids or something. I'm not on steroids, people. Trust me. If you want to buy me a pizza, put in a cash out. I'll take a picture and be like, so-and-so bought me this pizza. You want to buy me green tea? I'll buy it. Or you can ship it to me. You know? And I'll share. Like, so-and-so bought me that. Nisi, she gave me a few dollars. And I appreciate her beautiful heart for gas. You know? I appreciate that. You know? I still have responsibilities. It's a lot. You know, my first payments on the first are over $2,000 every month, and then the other payments amounts to about $3,000 somewhere up. stop eating these things, y'all. Just buttery and salty. But if I'm gonna eat fried bread, I'm gonna put these up. For real. I'm gonna mess these up. If I can have my fried bread, I'm gonna tear these some bitches up. Mm. Y'all like some of the stuff I'm posting? The stuff is questionable, so don't take it out random because you know I'm getting it from places. I want to hear what y'all got to say about like some of the stuff I'm posting. Right? It's like wow, because a lot of stuff's going on X and Instagram and Facebook. A lot of stuff's going right. I know my little Chinese ass self, right? Anyway, tell me what you think, okay? Please share your thoughts. Like, if you believe it, watch your tongue, all right? All that, all right? Don't be cursing all crazy and everything, all right? You know, you can say a little dark humor and act all funny or whatever, right? But you don't have to go all crazy and be like, "Hey, motherfucker, son, motherfucker, you ain't doing stand up, you ain't kings and queens of comedy," or something." Me up there, I'm not this. That's not. Don't do that. I know what's going on. You know more than I know. Oh, you do. I don't even speak that energy. You know enough. Breakfast is so freaking good. Oh my god. My hands are freezing cold in here. What the hell? You know what's in the back room there? I like the cold. Don't get it twisted. I mean, it's not that it feels bad. It's just I don't want to feel it right now. You know what I'm saying? Snoozer, we was chatting a little bit, and she's working. She's working. You know, and I said the making it colder. Oh. Oh, let me close that. Oh wow. No, so they're bopping it up. Yeah, see? That's another level, right? Oh yeah, I'm just chatting, y'all. So I know some of you can't stay, or maybe you can, or whatever. It's Sunday, right? So still 3 hour difference, right? From the East Coast, right? Yeah, I think it is still 3 hour difference, right? So I just ate that whole thing. I should have only ate like 4 or 5. That's so good though. Oh my god. I'll make a third. With a protein shake. Oh my god. I know. But what's going on in the world? Like, what's happening? I mean, I don't stay up on everything. I follow Will Survives, many people, blah, 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 blah. I have my bells on a heater right now. I said bells, man. I wouldn't say it, but on the heater, bro. What's going on, man? Hey, man. Man, if you don't stop that, the mother's gonna be like crepes. No, be like, and they was fruit, but look at them now. Oh, you love melty. Like I said, the women talking about, oh, it's so cold. They got the Tay-Tats on the heater and shit. Standing by the stove, just letting them flang. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Neighbor over there with binocular looking through the window door like, still perky, Miss Johnson. Sure. What you got going on there? Oh, that's your, what's cool? No. Well, people are weird in this world, and they are. All right? Y'all know they are. Okay? I think this shit is funny as all hell. So next month, well, this month coming, excuse me, next month, I think I'm gonna do the passport. I really want to go to Germany. I want to go to Costa Rica too. So I'll go to Danny's back in New York. So He's not down there. You know what I'm saying? Like a wait. I can put away. Okay. um, I know one thing. Last night, holy Toledo, it got down like 40 something degrees. Oh man, whoa, I was like, damn, I had to put on my second butane on the buddy heater, man. I mean, I can deal with the cold. I'm wrapped up, and I'm good. And but dang, bro, holy shit. I mean, because where the bed and the witch guard comes through, I remove that foam that's in there, so it's look a little air ventilation because of the buddy heater. That way, with the carbon monoxide thing, that way, I don't get all like dizzy headed from it. Not that I bother with it, because in the tent with me and T, we ran a buddy heater, and sometimes a couple of and it get nice and warm, but the cold still crept in because with a tent. This is wood with some insulation and stuff like that. Excuse me, and tongue oil, so it stops a lot. But the ventilation, I need that because I don't have the windows in yet. My thing is to get the fiberglass done. I work Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm definitely doing the fiberglass. Thursday, I'm definitely going to try and start standing this thing so that way I can get to where I need to be so I can start. And I got to get a router. I thought y'all would at least donate. If you ain't going to help donate, help me out with the lithium battery. That would be me adding 500 to getting the 500 that you guys, because I didn't go to the post office and pick up the books and stuff that I ordered. So they're there every day. I'm coming here and my thing's popping off. You got a package. I already got 3, and I guess I got 2 more. So when I go to the post office, and I'll pick it up, because like I said, I got to hold on money for flat tire in case something happens with all that weight. So the gas thing is an issue. So like I said, I thank Nisi for that. I still have responsibilities. Don't think that I'm freelancing and eating all $100 meals. That is not the case. I don't do that. My stuff is vegan proteins, bananas, walnuts, blah 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 blah. I was out for 2 weeks, pretty much not working. It's not really a check. That was bumped up already. I had to go. That had to go where I had to go. And then I also help people. I don't like saying it like that, but I do. That, and anyone who says otherwise, they're crazy. Um, I know people are stubborn and greedy, and they'll be like, I'm not here or nothing, so I wouldn't expect less from those individuals. You know what I'm saying? But I know that in the long run, the benefit of certain things. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. They say online it's wrong, 60, but this feels like I know, don't it? Man, it feels cooler in here because homeboy's got 7 grams got a sinus infection too, guys. So send a little energy his way. I didn't like the fact that you got sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and he took a pill that should help it out, to dry it up, like instead of I forget what it's called, but what's the name? He had something going on with his throat as well. My native brother here, and he keeping it cold kind of helps that. It really does. But it affects everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Sometimes we got to be mindful of others too, regardless. You know what I'm saying? What y'all see on here is who I am, but in person, I give a more down. I play down all that. I allow myself to be contextual to, talking shit and I study. I just don't think I don't study. Like if you're there, I'm studying you. I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm paying attention because a lot of us, we don't really get to know one another. And we allow ourselves to do dumb shit and this, that, and other. So, but you're gonna get the real me, and I'm gonna fucking sit there and I'm gonna bother you, until I realize that it doesn't affect you. The whole thing is to get you to a certain point, and then at the same time to address and do the things that you like to see how far you go or how long you'll keep doing it before you realize you need to stop doing it. And if you're weak, I might give you something that might assist you. Because I know people still wonder, did he really stop the clonazepam? Look, people take that shit as a drug. Just like the risperidol and all that other shit. No, I stopped. I'm not hooked to that shit. I didn't stop it because I knew that it was a blocker, and a blocker doesn't heal. You see what I'm saying? There are people who do crack, all that shit. They like that stuff. They want some of that shit, And it's just more drugs on top of more drugs, and it's not healthy. So it's better for me not to have it, to be off of it, and not have anybody thinking, oh, I can come and steal it. And then, I don't want to have to put a two on somebody because they don't, they have no self control. So I have to have control of my part. And that way I can mitigate a different factor where it doesn't have to be F around and find out, you know? I mean, today you could just be walking down the street and somebody walk by you and jab you in the neck. I mean, that's why it's important. Like, I have people say, why are you always looking around at everybody? Because I got to see what's really going on. Some people are beyond stupid, beyond incompetent. And sometimes you have to deal with that in a certain way. Um, you're your first responder. I don't give a fuck what anybody says or they think out there partying and drinking and they fake delusion, all right, and collusion. That don't mean a damn thing. The reality is you're your first responder, and you should be responding with integrity and intelligently all the time. You get where I'm coming from? Y'all forget about your homes or crumbs or charms and roms. And now I do say things a little different from what's in the booklet, don't I? You dig what I'm saying? Once upon a time, they tried to give me a lorazepam and trazodone. I said, absolutely, hell no. Thank you. Absolutely, mama. Absolutely. It's no good. Young lady from Kansas City, she's in here. She's about 59. She's much older. And she loved talking to me. She, can I give you the hit? Oh, hell yeah, we salute all day because I know the truth of that salute. Y'all know the name of that salute? It ain't got nothing to do with some Aryan bullshit and all these idiots running around with the fake white power stuff. We all did that at one time until it became this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But she's starting to learn and realize that there's another level to things. And sometimes you have to say things that don't appease everybody, but it can, it can be explanatory, where it could bring into question some things. People might realize, oh, well, then that's not for me. I mean, like my buddy here, I told him, like, read Mein Kampf, get the transliteration of truth, stop listening to the liars. It's funny how the ones who didn't do anything, always the ones printing and writing shit. Well, because we had the Holocaust, bitch. There were no 6 million motherfuckers dead. There was millions and millions of civilians and everybody else. Fuck your lying ass Holocaust. What about those Christians over there in Prussia? What about the melanated people you write out of history? How about the truth of what you did in Germany and all those millions of people that died over all them years, millions? How about the ones in Africa and our people, my people here, who subjugated to traitorous deeds and everything and lies when you went out there like a picnic? They go out there and pick a black person, a melanated person, an original person in this land that they want to lynch. And they always did it to the ones who seem like they're the weakest, the farthest away, where nobody can get to them. You're a bunch of punks and a bunch of cowards. That's what the fuck. Now people are aware of this. And they're coming around more and more and more. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So he's reading Mein Kampf, or he's reading, there's a lot of books on Germany. And some of them are made up bullshit, pure grade A bullshit. Okay? And people realize, oh shit, Germany won that war. Germany won World War II. I'm not so sure about World War One, the Crimean War. That was those bastards with all the converted children getting ready to change the history of the world for those who aren't aware. But again, Germany had won it. They didn't take nobody's land. They weren't doing all that dumb shit. You see what I'm saying? Then here comes these Cabbage Patch offspring and the motherfuckers who were fighting us and their babies and shit, from the 1890s on up. all fresh, all our inventions and everything, and they brought war against the people who are doing their best to right a wrong. Just realized how many came. Huh? Just realized how many came from what, Sharon? Oh, Hindustan? Oh, okay. Germany to work for U.S. Yeah, but they were Zionists. They weren't Germans. They everywhere they go, they pump their name, blah, blah, but you see what they're doing, Israel first. And Israel is not a fucking place, you know what I'm saying? Israel belonged to Yaakov, Jacob. It didn't belong to these motherfuckers, and it wasn't a place. This is the, you know what I'm saying? This is when you have to be resilient, you know what I'm saying? And they over there on somebody else saw perverting it with the bullshit when those people are actually Semitic. So they're murdering some of the true Semitic line for the fucking lie, and you got all these knuckleheads from this soil and all other soils running just like they ran over Russia. Thank goodness someone was just over there in the dirt and become bones. Great, good stuff. You know what I mean? You can't stop ignorance. You know what I'm saying? And the majority, I'm talking about who's who. Their parents ain't been here. All right, so we go back to 1950, 1920, right? Let's say every 17, 20 years, baby pops out, right? All right. So if you look at the 90s and 90s to now, you have three great grandparents. What's before that? Now, if you look at me with my father and my mother, right? My children between 33 to 43, right? That's how it is. I know I always say 40 and 30, but 33 to 43, right? Or 42, right? Do I have grandbabies out there? Absolutely. In Germany, Brazil, that cop, I got 4 grandbabies. Germany? Hell yeah, I got a plethora. My oldest daughter, she's working on it. It's nobody's business. And I will never say numbers or anything. Right? The real rich one. Well, Germany and that one, those two are rich as fuck. And that's all I'm going to say to that. And y'all have a hard time giving to me, not expecting the fact that I might have to give back to you one day. I keep telling y'all, and y'all keep playing the game. I matched every dollar that y'all gave, and a lot of you, I matched it with coins and stuff because a lot of you really didn't give shit. And I say, well, and y'all just think it's a game. I know. I'm not no Umar and on these dumb motherfuckers, all right? I'm not going to build no goddamn school. Y'all don't give enough to goddamn lay a cornerstone. But anyway, you get where I'm coming from. Yeah, I'm a grandpa. Probably a great grandpa. But it doesn't matter. I will never say. You see what I'm saying? How many generations of that when I knew my great uncles? And I knew who my great fucking relatives are. Not the made up ones that so many people run around with. Big fucking difference. You see what I'm saying? My father got around. Don't think that was just me and my brothers and my. Listen here, man. And my sisters. Mm-mm. You know? Plenty. Different time. You know what I mean? You know? But I just want to come on and chat. You know what I'm saying? Just throw some shit around. I was hoping that more of you would chat. You know what I'm saying? And like, how many people are in the chat? Just 4? Seriously? People don't like have real wholesome conversation. Dead and force work for us. Just realize how many came from the work for us. Dead and force. I know. It's messed up. It's just great. But you would always expect, people to be the better consort, to carry one another. The beautiful thing about carrying one another is you realize that, like 7 grams, right? He's like me. I'm not looking for nothing back now unless I give you a rifle or I give you this or I say, okay, you say, well, I'm tight with something and I'm like, I'm gonna need that back. Well, you gotta fucking fetch up. Don't come pinning because I keep a record of the things. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. Might be how I got my surnames. It might be, it might not be. Surnames might be right from here. I told you this language is our language. Whether people like it or not, it is our language. If you start going back and reading and realize that motherfuckers come from England didn't speak this goddamn language, they show you in movies. I look, you can't make this shit up. And now everybody's trying to speak all these different languages. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But the reality is we all spoke one fucking language. And it was magnificent. And it rivaled everybody else's because nobody heard it. They didn't know. That means they were new. And they had to teach it to everybody, make it their first language. You ever wonder why they made English the first language here on this fucking land? Oh, everybody's so intelligent and so smart. They knew everything and they had to manipulate and change words and created this vacuum where it seems like spells and everything else, and y'all don't really get how strong and powerful you are. Look how they just come and run. Damn, they're stupid. Anyway, did you ever think about that? Did you ever think about it? I want y'all to really listen. Go back and hear that again. All right, the 40.10 mark or whatever. I want you to listen to what I just said. I want you to really, really think about it. This is not some complicated shit. Maybe they forgot. You are speaking your fucking language. Now you're speaking it, whether they say proper or whatever the fuck, I don't know. And we have so many different vernaculars, so many different sounds, so many different backwoods and all that other Louisiana slangs and all that other stuff. From the Carolinas to Florida, they're everywhere. You know, draws and all that kind of stuff. That's the different language of a language, as Semitic as it is. Okay? And if they want to keep fucking with the true sons of Shem, well, fuck them. Let them. You get where I'm coming from? Y'all paying attention? You might be home. Oh, yeah, Tom. Absolutely. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I got to make a phone call. And hopefully my jackery's charged up. I'm going to keep an eye on that, even though they know it's up there. But y'all know my heart's with you guys. We're internally bonded. And let me throw this bag of crackers away. Cause looking at it, I'm gonna be pouring and eating the crumbs, and I'm not that close. All right. I appreciate you guys. You see what I'm saying? I gotta rinse my thing out anyway before I head out. All right. And I appreciate y'all, man. As usual. I really do. How many people in the chat, Tom or Sharon? How many people? I can't tell. Wow. Well, it's a busy day. I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all. So I hope that some of the stuff you could take and research it and see what you find. Okay? I'm not making it up, y'all. I think I'm the only one that's been saying this since forever. MySpace. But I've been saying this shit, telling people, you're speaking your language. And, you know, our people are so lost and discontent, you know. So think about it. All right? I appreciate you guys taking the time. I'll see you guys later.